Hello. Hello. This is SSW. How are you? All right. Got our first viewer. Hello. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got a new haircut. So that's good. Just trimmed a little bit. I want to talk about something about my personality. Now, everyone has their flaws, including me. I have a lot of flaws. And anyone says they don't have flaws, they're fooling themselves. Or they're trying to fool you. You know what I mean? One of my biggest flaws is my uncompromised. I could sometimes be a little stubborn. I can have a stubborn attitude sometimes. Sometimes it's a very positive thing. It's a positive trait to have in certain situations. Being stubborn sometimes has an advantages. You stand by your principles. You stick to your guns. You pick a side, and you stick to that. I've always been like that. Stick to your guns kind of guy. So, thank you. That being said, and there are some times where, that doesn't work. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some things I've compromised on in life. and there are some things I don't. For example, if there's something, let's say there's this really nice product that I need to get. If I can find a cheaper version, I'll buy it. If I can save a little money, thank you. For example, I didn't have access to firearms, so I went for alternatives. I found alternatives to shoot and have as means of self-defense. I started to look towards alternatives for, because I couldn't have a pew-pew. You know what I mean? Thank you. And then there are some things about my personality that I can be really stubborn on. I'm just that kind of person, and I'll admit it. At least I admit it. And don't act like a lot of you aren't like this either. Now, the reason I act like this is because it's genetic. Stubbornness is really something that's in my family tree. Being kind of rebellious and stubborn. That's a family trait, you could say. So, I'll tell a story. It's a story I'm going to tell to illustrate some of my stubbornness. To some of my more stubborn traits. So I'm going to go back in time to high school, to my high school. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go back in time, magical land. Let's get the DeLorean, and Doc Brown is going to ride me back to 1994. Yeah. All right. I'm in high school. Okay. And clubs, high school clubs, they have these things, high school clubs that you can join, and you have to join one or you get study hall. And the clubs have it at a certain hour of time in the have a certain hour of time in the lesson plan in the hour in the high school time. Okay. All right. Well, okay, because I was in special ed, you could say I was in special ed. Um, they were offering clubs, and they weren't just offering to club kids in special ed. They were offering to all the students. But here was the kicker. Okay, they were offering to me. Oh, they were offering me these clubs, right? And the ones that I liked, the clubs that I liked, I didn't qualify for because I didn't get enough grade. My grades weren't high enough. And the ones they were offering me were just, I had no interest in them. They were terrible. I didn't want them. And I had a teacher who was just telling me and getting very rude with me because like very gruff. She was a female teacher. This is why I don't like to be told what to do by females. It's like either you pick a club or you go in the study hall. And I'm telling her this. Well, all the clubs I want to join, I can't join. And basically the clubs that I can join, I don't want to join. You know? And basically you force me at a poker table and you basically give me a hand. You basically give me a deck of cards that are rigged. You basically force me into a rigged game. And the best thing I can do, I said, you know what? I said, screw it. I'd rather choose study hall. So I was taken to the school library, and basically I had to stay in study hall for all the time when the clubs were going on. And I didn't care because, yeah, I was the only one saying, screw this. You know what I mean? But I was pig-headed. And also, I didn't like being screwed around with. I didn't like being basically toyed around with. Basically, you offer me these clubs, and then basically you say I don't qualify for the clubs I want. And that's where I can be stubborn sometimes. I wasn't willing to compromise. And sometimes I will have this all or nothing mentality. All or nothing. Not in everything. Some things I'm willing to compromise. Other things, I can be pretty pig-headed. You know, that's just how I am. So it's interesting to me. No one's hey, we got 3 people in the chat, but no one's joined it. Man, I should have made a video about this instead of a live stream. All right, we're going to talk about something else. I just thought it would be interesting to talk about. All right, the chat seems to be cold as an ice box right now. So I can just... Cold as an ice box. Oh, boy. Yeah, I enjoy your company. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. But I will say this. At least I'm willing to admit. I'm willing to admit my flaw. That could be a little stubborn, a little uncompromising sometimes. Especially when I feel I'm being screwed and being jacked around. You know what I mean? If I feel I'm being jacked around, yeah. Then I'm going to be stubborn. Yeah. How you doing, Survival Savvy? I think Dave found that out many times. Dave just, if I felt I'm being jacked around, like, oh, all of a sudden you're adding something else to this that I didn't ask for and didn't want, then I'm just going to be stubborn and say, hell with this. You know what I mean? And I leave it behind. I did that with Dave. I did that in high school with the clubs. So I've always had that kind of mentality. Now, other things I'm willing to compromise on. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not nearly as stubborn as my brother is. My brother was way more stubborn than me. So, how you doing, Survival? Thank you, Cass and Blast. God bless you. But yeah, my biggest flaw is that if I feel I'm being jacked around by somebody, I'm going to get stubborn. It's like, and I'm going to just say, all or nothing, buddy. You know what I mean? I don't want to compromise because you're jacking me around. You know what I mean? Thank you, Survival Savvy. God bless you. But yeah, that's my biggest flaw. Well, as a friend, I would say, as a brother in Christ, yeah. Juice, what that means is basically you're basically trying to play. You're trying to pull, like, you make me deal. Okay, it's like this. You make a certain deal, okay, and then you basically change the deal. That's going to piss me off. That's going to make me mad. That's going to make me not want to deal with you. That's going to make me want to take my business elsewhere. You don't change deals. If you make an agreement, you don't change it. You know, I'm that kind of person. You don't change the deal. No. Well, Dave done that a few times. I remember one time we were playing a trip to New York. And I thought it was going to be like a bachelor trip, you know. How you doing, Mojo? So I'm that type of person. I'm an all or nothing kind of personality. So you can take that as you see it. I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. So now there are some things I do compromise, but if it's not my decision, I don't like it. No, Juice. But that's just how I am. And I certainly don't like when I make a deal and someone changes the deal. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That's going to piss me off, and that's going to make me say, "I don't want to do it. I'm gonna break the. I don't want to deal with you anymore." You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I checked him out. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. Yeah. But that's how I am. It's a flaw. Yes, I have an all or nothing personality. But there's positives and negatives to everything. Oh man. My new e-bike. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Eclectic. God bless Mr. Eclectic. You know, I just He just gave me a brand new e-bike. Yeah, I remember. I checked him out. I've lost a lot of weight over time. I've changed my diet. I've exercised more. You know. That being said, recently, I've been doing some karaoke, and I've been doing other things. I'm going to do some slingshot videos very soon, but tomorrow's a thunderstorm. I wasn't able to do it. I lost a lot of daylight because I had to do other things today. So look forward to some more slingshot videos. Judging from the weather, I'll probably be doing it on a Friday. Yeah, it's going to be 53 degrees on Friday, 0% chance of rain, no wind. Yeah, I think I'll do that on Friday. I'll do some more slingshot videos. I know you want to see me train for the tournament. Joseph, how you doing? I was just talking about my personality flaws and owning up to them. Cool. Are you underage? You can't be here if you're underage. I hope you're not 14 right now. Bianca, no, Bianca. You already gave me images in my head of you hoeing in your little clubhouse. You know, thank you very much, Bianca. Yeah, that image is not going to leave my head. You know what I mean? Your girlfriends running running a brothel in your backyard. God. Like I said, I don't have any. It's a part of the rules because of COPPA. I don't allow any underage people on the stream. Okay. I would advise you to leave. No, it was not, Bianca. You're lying. The way you described it was not innocent. It was not. Yeah, I know. Damn near close to one, you and your girlfriends. No, man. I know you're not lying. You said exactly. I just know this, Bianca. You've always been a freak. No wonder Dave loves you because Dave's a freak. So that's no wonder you. What are you two guys hooked up so much? Dude, you got to go. Just watching. Don't. You can't be a part of the chat. Okay. Okay. Really, really, Bianca. I read the words you were saying. Yeah. I'm gonna have to send. Will have to basically time you out if you don't. I'm sorry, I can't. I have to comply with the COPPA laws. I mean, oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Juice. You got to go. It's the law. Hi, I don't care. Anyway, that being said, yeah, that's one of them, Bianca. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm saying. Now, I do have an all or nothing personality. That could be positive and negative sometimes. You know, it has positive. That's very cool, Molasses. Anyway, that being said, let's get onto it. Oh man. Okay. Why was it karaoke? I'll tell this other story. I had a female family member. Try to. She's always trying to do this. It's an older crowd over there. Let's just put it that way. Hello, Mr. Nobody. It's an older crowd over there, right? And the thing is, she's always trying to get me to dance with somebody, and I'm like, nah. So I can only dance with someone I'm attracted to. I ain't gonna do it. I'm that type of guy, you know. I have a type of women. I have types of women that I'm attracted to, and sorry, women that are older than me, I'm just not attracted to. I'm just not. Well, I can give you a much longer time out. You got to go, man. You got to go. Doing good, not good, Dan. Doing great. Hello, zombie punk. All right, you got to go, man. I'm sorry, but to my moderators, I guess my moderator's not around. But I got to get rid of you. Sorry. I told you. Thank you. Someone already did before I did. Thank you, Mr. Nobody. I've never seen you have videos on your channel. That's why. Right now, I'm not doing any more modding people. I got some problems with that right now. Anyway, that being said, yeah, and I was talking, and she was saying, okay, And this was the funny part. Now, this is an older crowd. This is a female family member. And I told her I'm not going to dance because she's old enough to be my aunt. You know what I mean? No. I was like, no, thank you. You know, I was doing the karaoke thing, but I'm not going to. I was like, no. And we were talking about it. And we're having a conversation about the situation. And I was told her, like, what? I told her that I'm not really into older women. I'm not really into women that are older than myself. I prefer a woman who's in her 30s or younger, you know, like 20s or 30s. That's just what I'm into. You know? So I'm not really into older women. I'm not. And I'm 40 years old. I can't be attracted to that. See, attraction is not a choice. You know what I mean? And she started to go into a spiel about, you know, well, those women will never want you. And she says the only women I can get are just basically divorced, you know, divorced or widowed women who are my age or older. That's the only women you're going to be able to get. You're not going to get younger women. It's like, you know, I told her, I said this. Well, given the choice between if that's my only choice, which I thought she was full of crap. I'd rather just stay single if that's the case. Botch is here. Okay, Zombie Punk. I think you're trolling. This spam. Mr. Nobody, get rid of Zombie Punk. He's spamming. I want to make that a new rule. No spamming. You can't spam. No spam. And anyway, that being said, I was like, you know, I was like, nah, I'm good. Trust me, I do not want some type of used up. Because it's funny to me. Play nice, Zombie Punk, and you can stay. But if you spam again, you're gonna go. I just don't really care. Anyway, that being said, that conversation went nowhere because I just what it was. Let's get back to what I was saying about. Okay, I got something new coming out. Let's switch the topic here. I got something new coming out. I got a pepper gel pistol coming my way, and another HDR 68 Gen 1. It's gonna be good. No, I'm not needy, Mr. Nobody. But it's like my relative, my female relative, was saying that the younger women don't want you. They're not gonna want you. They're gonna see you as somebody can. I'm like, and I kind of laughed it off, and I'm still laughing it off because it's like, oh, okay. I don't have to talk about that anymore. Thank you, molasses. Anyway, Ah, thank you. I just trimmed my beard. Anyway, the point is here is that I'm going to talk about some things. So I got some new things coming. I got a new HDR 68 Gen 1 coming. The Gen 2s for the HDR 68s are not out yet. The Gen 2s, not out yet. But I can get a Gen 1. Also, I'm getting a pepper gel pistol. So that's going to be interesting. No, Bianca. Give me 1 second, if you please. I have to check on something. I'll be right back. I got to go downstairs. Oh, well, that was easy. All right. I had to do something. My dinner. Anyway, that being said, yeah, so the new system. Thank you. Anyway, there's some new stuff coming. Some new stuff coming, some new stuff to review. I'm going to make some slingshot videos on Friday. Didn't have enough time. Lost a lot of daylight. I had to do some errands. And of course, but yeah. I can assure you of one thing. I do not want to date a washed up, divorced mother of 3. No, thank you. I don't think I'll do that. I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than basically date a washed up, divorced mother of 3. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, kind of the slate gray. All right. Well, okay. I got a story that happened to me today. I had some interesting things happen to me today. A friend of mine just out of the blue, and that's Mr. Eclectic, sends me a text. And oh boy, sends me a text. And I asked him before. I was like, a couple of weeks ago, I asked him if they can get an extra, an extra battery for my e-bike. And the nicest guy out of the blue, he actually gives me a third e-bike that it's bigger and has a better battery storage capacity and goes faster. God bless him. God bless him. We'll see. Very funny. Oh, you're a little mad, Molasses. A little mad, aren't you? What do you mean tied him in a knot, Mr. Nobody? Okay. Awesome. Anyway, that being said, a lot of good stuff coming. A lot of great stuff coming. It's not one of the best streams because I'm kind of ad-libbing it a little bit. Ah, cool. So true, so true. Oh, well, that's not a topic I'm not gonna talk about. But let's so anything else I got to talk about? Yeah, like I said, I mean everyone has their personality flaws, and you'd be lying if you didn't. Now, being stubborn runs in my family, so it's a genetic trait. Having a stubborn personality. Now, I mean, I am by the levels of stubbornness a lot less stubborn than, let's say, my other family members. My mom was way more stubborn than me by magnitudes. What's that, zombie punk? I can't mod any more people right now, Mr. Nobody. Anyway, let's see, anything else I got to talk about? There's not really much to talk about on this stream, you know. So what do I do? What do I do? So with streams, when I'm doing live streams, it's like kind of like a hit or miss kind of thing. It's kind of like when I shoot my slingshot. Sometimes you miss, sometimes you hit. It's like it's like a hit or miss with the streams. Some are some of the best streams, like they get the most views and donations, but others not so much. Some streams are just smaller and they don't get as big. I'll do that. Well, Molasses, I do love the 80s. I will admit. Everyone knows that. It's no secret. Uh-oh. Damn. It's no secret I love the 80s. I mean, I kind of got an 80s haircut right now. A little bit down at the bottom. I'm looking like that. I'm looking almost like the guy from Journey. Yeah. Well. All right, we got 10 views and only 5 likes. Thumbs up, people. Not one of my favorites, Molasses. Oh God, a baddie. Translation: I'm a narcissist. That's funny, Grizz. Not well, not one of my favorite movies, Mr. Nobody. When I think of the '80s, I think of Rocky. I think of Rambo. I think of Terminator. I think of all those great action movies and some of the horror movies in the '80s. Yeah, I think of Roadhouse. I think of Red Dawn, Evil Dead. Yes, that Evil Dead 2, actually, but yeah. Okay. I've watched those movies. They're very funny. I think of all those great '80s B movies that I liked. I think of all those great '80s B movies I used to Killer Clowns from Outer Space and all the great stuff. Cool, Zombie Punk. So that's some great memories I have on the music of the '80s. The movies, the music, last great decade. Don't get me wrong, the '90s had some great music as well, but there was a more upbeat thing. It's a more happiness kind of vibe in the '80s. Everyone was happier. I mean, I have soft hands. Really? No, no molasses. Because he's a garden gnome. Grizz, he's a garden gnome. Someone should actually put a picture of Dave with his beard and smoking a pipe with in a garden outfit. Put his face on a garden gnome. Oh, whatever. My hands are perfect. Anyway. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, I'm not going to get into this. No, I'm just thinking how stupid you all sound. Anyway, he does. He does. And I'm thinking it's like you need to put a picture of him in a garden gnome outfit. You know? All right, all right. I just think it's time for you to go. You just Grizz, see Zombie Punk out. I gave you a few warnings. You're basically spamming the place. I think it's time for you to go. Bye bye. Grizz, escort our friend Zombie Punk out. Thank you. Thank you, Grizz. Good for you. Thank you. Anyway, I just well, I'm running out of things to talk about. I think I've touched all base. I didn't want this to be a long stream. Blondes, blondes are a fine flavor. But my favorite is redheads. But I like blondes too. So I like blondes. I like I haven't had too many blondes when I think about it. Maybe I should taste some blondes a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Who knows? All right, I gotta go, people. God bless you all. Glory goes to God. Amen. I'm gonna have dinner.